between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, when it comes to throwing the deep ball, no one has ever questioned the arm strength of Jameis Winston. And this is a beautiful throw right here. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jameis to throw it. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Looks good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop the score.
But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned teams down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 37.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Jackson will keep it, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
Now that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up third down.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? Third and goal. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Odafe Owo. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Saints 10. Justin Tucker to kick off the ball.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Deontay Hardy on the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Winston from the gun on third down. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Saints at 5-3 now on the year. They come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And the tight end goes in motion left. Again, it's Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And some room. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. A solid stiff arm. Touchdown! And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case.
And this will be caught at the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson to Debo. 30, 10, 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points and they prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit. Because that defense, they're about to get right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's for the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw again is Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Winston. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. In motion left is Thomas. Winston. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Room here to run. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Following the interception, Winston. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The tight end in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. Flushed out right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action. It's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Now Jackson on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Tucker's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Slot man moves right. Play action now. Winston. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
to be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This time, Jackson will throw it over the middle. That's caught by Claypool. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the option right is Jackson. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the option. Running right. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 28 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
31-31. Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for...
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Ravens have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Saints 31.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking now.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's Winston. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 45, Saints 31. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first down 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Chase Claypool, 47 yards. And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Winston. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Winston now. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. A good gain on first has him set up with second to just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw is Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. One last shot now for Winston. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Baltimore, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy